Hello everyone and welcome back to a rainy day in Phoenix as our city is growing and growing right now, also with well, our nice panorama in the background. Welcome back to our one island challenge and welcome back to city expansion. Before we begin, let me quickly introduce you to the sponsor of this video, Skillshare, an online learning community with thousands of online classes ready for you to discover and enhance your skills. From photography to gardening, video editing to freelancing, the possibilities are endless. Start with individual learning videos or follow whole guided learning paths from scratch, exploring new ways of leveling up your skills, whether you want to learn for your personal growth or enhancing your skills for your business. So recently, I wanted to refresh my basic website coding skills, looked at the available courses and found Hand Code Your First Website HTML plus CSS Basics by Rich Armstrong. In this extensive class, I explored the fundamentals of writing and designing a website. In the class discussions, I further learned extra skills by following user posts and reading about Rich's responses to questions. Skillshare is completely ad-free and new classes launch each week. The entire catalog is also now available with subtitles in Spanish, French, Portuguese and German. So don't wait and join the community today. The first 1,000 people to use the link in the video description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium. We want to continue here with a few more houses. We have 40 tons of timber available right now, and in that case here, of course, we need more taxpayers, and taxpayers it is. Also workforce, of course, that we need to push. In the last episode, we laid the foundation of our great city, and also already have tier 2, so workers available. And I'm still going to continue now on expanding those two first tiers here across the eastern side of the river, right? Because we still don't want to expand over the river at the moment, as beautiful as it might be to build a bridge there. 500 on the balance at the moment, so money is tickling in just casually. And as we also can see, we're now completely out of our production, so we are just producing enough so that we consume these products as well. No surplus at the moment. That shouldn't hinder me in just, expanding more houses, at least until we reach the first negative ones, like the fish now, as we can see at -1. That means we don't need to expand our fisheries. We can just happily do this in this area. We already have a fisherman over there, so we probably will continue now with some more fishermen on the other side. Expanding to another harbor area is just not going to work out. I could also have some fishermen in this area, just fine, right? Probably build them like so. That might be possible. Let's just see how many we could squeeze into this area. It's always a bit tricky here with the cliffs, right, to build houses right next to that. But I'm happy to see that we can squeeze in some 4 more fishermen like that, right? So that is pretty much all that we can put out of this harbor area. Let's connect the warehouse and let's actually build the first warehouse there again and the first fisherman then on that side too. So the thing with the fishermen is you do need to have a harbor area available to them, and you can't block other fishermen, right? Like this one there. So you always need to have them available like this. And since we're pretty much blocked here by the cliffs, this is the only way how we can build this one for now, right? But they have plenty of space to get the fish done. Let's actually build a second one. They're pretty cheap anyway, and we still can go with 2 more, and then we can even boost their production by increasing their work hours. So we are golden with that. A bit more timber. Let's finish the last houses over here. Let's also give them a nice touch that we have, right? So we do have our... I would really like to go with a nice brick setting overall. So some American-looking city there almost. That is my goal right now. These guys there, yeah, still go with them, and then still upgrade the upper paths, upper levels there too. We have the bricks, by the way, so I would really like to go ahead now with my first sail maker then as well. There you go. And also a sheep farm respectively for the sail maker there. So we have the wool that it produces. It's also the ratio 1:1. And in that case here, this will be now the sails for our first ship then. Speaking about the ship, let's go ahead. The sail shipyard, we can not build it yet because we don't have the money, but I can definitely blueprint it into my harbor area for now. And we're probably going to have it right next to it for now. Since there's not going to be that many trade routes, we don't really need to focus too much on on piers and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be fine if we have it right next to that. And some protection then out there, right? So if we want to have these harbor cannons then, once we get rid of the fishermen and then a couple more cannons there, that will be golden. So that we can do, right? And yeah, we just really need to wait for the money now to come in. And for the first sales to come in then as well. Meanwhile though, we can continue with our expansion. We can have more homes now. Oh, and there's also the first fires now in the city. That means, once more, I do need to get my first fire stations on the way. So let's just get us one over here. And probably then also one... I don't want to waste too many resources there on the fire stations, but I will need to have one here. Can't change that. Can't argue with tradition. Right, so let's just go ahead and have this fire station here as well. As these fires do look dangerous already, as they're spreading rather quickly. Also, I would provide my next production chains, which is the pigs. We do need them for the sausage, and we do need them for the soap then, right? And I'm intended to start up a soap trading there with Eli as well to get some money in. This is an iron deposit, so we do need to keep this one available to a road connection there for later. But here in this area, I would like to go ahead with my sheepies, right? So there we have the, with my piggies, we do have the main road here. Then we have a bit of a buffer most likely for the pig farms. And we're going to boost these pig farms, of course, with the grain that we can also then get thanks to the farmer district. So let's just get us the pig farms in here. It's only going to be pig farms here, so I want to separate that from my industry area, right? The pig farms this time, they definitely should be their own. So there we have the first one, and then we can have the next ones just here. Yeah, it's tricky, but it's possible here with that deposit. And then we also have the first pig farm. I'm going ahead with this layout here because we can still then later on, not right now, but later on, can squeeze in the silo here and boost the pig production significantly with that, right? So we have this empty spot now for all of these pig farms while we build it. We can also safely squeeze in one more here, and then also one like that. Up here we have then the pixels, right? And then here another silo just fine. Also, let's build the warehouse for this area. So we need to be really space efficient about this. I can't waste too much space. Then we have the next silo in this corner, and then really just the last pig farm bordering right to our lumberjack huts there already, right? So I'm not going to have too many coming in there now, and there we can use it like that as well. And that's probably already enough for one warehouse. And then I will need to build another warehouse over here somewhere around that level, that we can squeeze in more of these into this one, right? Making a nice area of piggies here then. The lumberjack huts are looking fine, so I'm not worried about that one bit. I've already built the first pig farm though, right? For the sausages, we should definitely start with that. And the ratio here is 1:1 as well. And it's also time then with that to start our little industry zone. So the main... fire-wise, it's okay. We can mobilize the firefighters now. They definitely should hurry now to these locations. Let's all have their entrances here for these homes, as they take their time. That's looking fine. So I don't think we've lost the house there. Yeah, there's two ruins. Those two ruins there, but that's fine. It's a bit of timber. By the way, speaking about timber, we're really full on that. Let's continue with some upgrades right here in the center. And also these guys. Very good. Also the next building available, building options available, and money-wise we're doing fine too. Though it's already going down because, of course, also now we're paying taxes for the pig farms, for example, maintenance cost, right? And that's only going to increase now. And here in the industrial zone then, let's also start with the first warehouse then. Here somewhere, so that we can start out with the first slaughterhouses then. We are going to need a few of them, as sausage is quite a popular good. And let's just have these 8 here now potentially. I don't think we need more than anytime soon. And let's build also the first slaughterhouse. And as always now, what we should always do is also getting a fire station right next to that, because there is the chance of fires all the time once you reach tier 2. So that's that. This is working now. The sausage should be coming in then too. How's it looking there? Schnapps is now negative. Workload is negative. Also working on that. That means let's just go ahead with 2 potato farms right away, 2 more Schnapps distilleries, and on that side here 2 more sheep farms and 2 more framework knitters. So that's 1 and another one. I'm just going ahead and build this one here as well. There you go. And sales should be in now too. Yep, 11 tons of sales. That's actually a first ship already if we had the money. It's a bit tight looking for now. So now we really need to focus on taxes, and that's where additional farmers are coming in. And I'm going to... there's another iron deposit that we will need. There's a wall, right, that I've planned out for this area. And then we can just happily continue with more houses here. And then probably like that at the end here. That's looking okay. And then there's the iron mine that we can use then later on. Perfect. And yeah, let's build these blocks there right away. We want the money. Here, just beside the ocean, I would like to have those special entrance houses there, because I think it's just looking very cute if you have that. Also, then here, 2 more, right? So this is kind of like the end of it. There you go. A bit tight in this area, but it's fine. And here we just have houses with a courtyard then. And once again, the courtyards we are adding then once we have the ornaments unlocked, once I have the money, and also perhaps a bit time for that. And then these ones here can continue with that on that side. We're now outside the reach of the marketplace here, right? So as we can see, it's getting lower now. I'm just going to add, I think, those 2, right? And then for this area, I'm going to add yet another marketplace then, right? So that's probably going to be, probably going to be here. There you go. And then also another pub right next to that, so that we can reach those people with a pub. That's, by the way, a pub with a beautiful view of the ocean then. All right, timber is really flooding in faster than I can actually build. Perfect. So let's just continue with those houses there. And those homes, and also build the marketplace and the pub then as well, as we really do need that. There you go. And since I have the resources, we should upgrading 2,500 credits would cost me, but it would also unlock more storage. So let's go ahead and upgrade our warehouse there, our main harbor area, to tier 2. And also make sure that we use our layout and our appearance, of course. How's that looking now? It's still fine. Perfect. How many taxes do we have with that? 700. Almost 2,000 people now in Phoenix. Alright, as we continue expanding, reaching over 2,000 people. Another newspaper. Do we have a better upgrade now? No, we don't. I do need to use 2 propaganda this time for the negative articles. That's 55 influence, but it's still fine. And we also get the influence bonus wordsmith, which I think is increasing the effectiveness of the newspaper by 7%. There it is, newspaper effectiveness 7% increased. That means a bit more money there as well.
You gained an influence bonus.
Actually, this is not good. Let's keep there a bit of space for some trees or whatnot. Even though that was really expensive. I should stop doing putting trees in. That was 500 credits. Let's invest more timber into expansion. So these blocks here, there you go. That we will reach that 1,000 on the balance soon. With those though, I will probably, reach now new areas of negativity for my consumption. Let's just check it out. Can we boost the slaughterhouses? And I think we can. 50% the slaughterhouse itself. And then for the pig farm, let's just check this one out. Another 50% just fine. Boosting that is the goal. That would be the sausage, right? These are 0. That is fine. As long as they're not negative, I'm fine with that. We want to keep this one really at the edge of possibility, right? Since we have a bit of storage there, it's fine. And yeah, I probably will need to... where should we do this though? This warehouse has a bit of room left. No, not really. I mean, yeah, let's do it here. Oh, Bente is introducing herself. How is that possible? There's probably a ship somewhere. There's a ship of her. have no idea how we discovered Bente there now, but she's the first player now that we can see. And we're still on par, so they haven't cheated their way across the next tiers yet. Not yet, anyway. Alright, that's that. And another upgrade here. That we expand Phoenix up to this point. Schnapps is now negative. And with that, I will also now start boosting the Schnapps or the potato farms. So let's start with 25%. We'll keep negativity low there a bit. For the Schnapps itself, it's going to be a bit more costly, right? But we should be golden. We have 32 plus 32 happiness on the farmers. So that is perfectly fine. As we can see, we've reached a nice increase there on our income. Yes, Bente is now starting to build up other islands there. We are 1,000 plus now on the balance, and we're close to 10,000. That is what I was waiting for.
So brave, and so many.
And she's happy the fire in our city ended. Oh, very nice. Thank you, Bente.
Why so mean?
At the same time, she dislikes that we use work hours increased on my people. But it's my people and I can do with them what I want. Now, I'm not investing any more timber. I really just want to wait now on that shipyard that we can build any second. There you go, we got the 10k and we got the building materials. Let's build the shipyard. Hooray! And with that, a new age has started. Now we do need a bit of timber before we can start with the schooner though. And the frigate, that would be the artisans, and the clipper I think as well. Yep, but the schooner is something we can already get ahead with. And we should. So a bit of timber and then we can build the schooner. Start exploring in the map. That's the important thing. Yeah, my competitors are all now settling on outer islands, so we cannot see that yet, but soon we can, because that schooner is on the way. And I'm going to build the second one right away as well, so the 20 tons of timber that we have. We want to explore as much as possible of the map as quickly as possible. And also selling those schooners then for profit might be one of my targets as well. And we can also now finally start then selling those items once I find any neutral trader, that is, of course. And hooray, there it should be happening now. The first schooner is out, Mosquito, a beautiful ship. And this one here is now leaving Phoenix empty-handed, of course, because we might lose it as well, so I'm not going to risk it. And this one is going to explore on the western side, so probably going up there and then going up to the north as it is leaving port. And then the second ship will do the exact opposite. And we've also discovered now this island here that was empty for quite some time. And it is so tempting, right? We do have materials on that. We have items on there that I could now exploit, but I'm not allowed to, unfortunately. Pretty long island too. Interesting look. There's probably going to be an enemy here at some point. Not now though. While the ships are on the way, or their ship, we have ships soon though. Have I already commissioned another one? Yes, 2 more schooners will be coming out then soon. Let's continue using the timber that we have. Here, especially in the city center, I haven't really used any workers yet. There you go. More workers we have. Of course, with the ships, we are going to have an increased upkeep now. I still would like to maintain the 1,000 credits balance there, if that's possible anyhow. And we're all of sausage there. It's at 0. We do need another pig farm though, unfortunately. I just need to invest it. We need the sausage. Let's build the next slaughterhouse. The 2 of them. I'm now going to work on that. And the second schooner is out. Sea Sponge, there you go. And with that one we are going now to the eastern, or the southeastern side. So let's go south first. There's 3 traders. There's Archie, the pirate, and the opponent, and I want to find all of them. 2 ships are now on the way. Perfect. And another one is already in construction. And with the remaining timber, let's just finish the outskirts of Phoenix on that side here. Right, so there we have 2 more houses to build. And they have a beautiful view there as well of the leaving ship. And we might actually also, for a change, walk around.
A competitor raised a settlement.
As always, the first person mode never ceases to amaze me. And we should still be seeing the ship. There it is. As it is leaving, finding hopefully new secrets out there in the world. Beautiful location. I can definitely live here if the cliffs are stable enough. I hope so.
I hope you're not expecting.
And there's Miss Hunt. Also found her somewhere over here. There she is. That's her main island by the looks of it. Already has a nice cathedral. And also fires. So that's at least something. It's busy out here. There is a couple of ships. Oh, there's Archie. That might be a hint that he might be here somewhere. Let's just have a look. Can we find something? There's definitely something here. That's the pirate, most likely. Yep, that's the pirate. I'm not going to explore that for now. But there is Archie. Yep, this is looking like Archie's island. Very close to the pirate. Let's just explore it real quick. Next ship is coming out. I'm going to push a fourth one. As we also find Cholinge by Bente. But that's her second island now, because it's very underdeveloped. So there has to be a main island of hers somewhere. Exploration is always the exciting part. Seeing what's out there. And please let that be Archie. I'm pretty sure though, by the shape of this island that is here. Must be Archie. Next ship, alright. And Eli must be... Oh, Eli is pretty important too, that we find this guy. There is another one, and this is looking like Eli. There's Archie, as expected. Perfect. This tiny, beautiful island coming up. And with that, we found a first trader. Let's get cracking with the schooner that I finished. There it is. Star Shadow. Let's load the items on board right away. And we want to sell them, right? Oh, wait a second. Let's wait for after the expedition. Then I'm going to sell it. Right, so Archie we found. Let's continue up with that ship. And this ship continues right here to the northeast side. Ah, and Eli introduces himself. Perfect. So that must be Eli's island. Yes, there you go. In all its glory. As we continue then up to this area there as well. Eli is going to be very good for purchasing soap. So we're going to make him our soap trader. Another thing we should focus on now is my heavy weapon and also steel beams industry. And for that, we are going ahead now here and building that road. There is a main road here, right? So I'm going to leave a bit of a distance. Also, we are going to have the train then coming in here. So this is something that we need to be careful of. Let's build the warehouse up there in this area. So also close to the harbor area where we can use then, for example, that for the fishes. And then we start out with the furnaces here. So we are going to have quite a few of them, and they're all, at least that is the goal by now, they're all going to be boosted with electricity, right? So let's just go ahead and see how many we can do. This would be possible, though not advisable, because there we have the main road. Wait a second. This should be working here too. There you go. That's much better. So we can use all of them. Right, there is then probably here somewhere the power plant coming in. Yep, let's make the power plant in this area mostly. And then we can have more furnaces if we want that. Or also the steel works. And we're going to use 2 of them for now. Cannot quite squeeze it in. There you go, this is better. And we still have the room here for the train then that goes up to this point. And that means I only need now my iron deposits. There we got the first one. Let's also get us a warehouse here for the iron mine. And also for charcoal burner. Unfortunately, we will need to use charcoal burners for now. Which is dirty. But necessary. Let's build this one. We have the money as well. The first iron mine is out, right? Producing iron now every 15 seconds. The charcoal burner is out with every 30 seconds. I'm going to have another charcoal burner over here right away. Blueprinted for now, but that's possible. There is then the room for the refineries, very good. And then we have the furnaces, so 2 of them I could build now if I want to. And of course we want to. Let's build the warehouse and the first 2 furnaces. Expensive. And the first steel works then as well. Expensive and dirty. There you go. But that's a proper first steel industry that we have now. We can then expand with the steel industry into this area, right? So my goal is to have this whole site here being an industry area only then, that we can also boost with our electrical power plants. And the map is becoming a bit more clearer to us now as we are exploring more parts. This ship has now reached that side and it's going to the deep east. And this schooner here is going a bit further into this area. Also, we're going to continue building schooners for selling them, right? So 2 more are coming out, plus this one here. Let's get them over to RG, start selling ships. That's going to be a nice profit for us because we do need the money as well. We do need the money, especially for a bridge. Princess Jing introduces herself. No idea where she's at, by the way. Here. All right. There's Princess Jing coming up. So we got all the players now in the game. Just check them out. There they are, the ladies. And in that case here, we could start flattering with them. Didn't work on Princess Jing, worked on Bente, and probably doesn't work with Miss Hunt. By 1 at least it works. Look at that, Miss Hunt is already skyrocketing there military-wise. The same goes with Princess Jing and also with Bente. They're trying to get their military advantage out as early as possible. So far so good. Exploration has started. I'm pushing now for the artisans, tier 3, and then we can go to the New World. Stay tuned.